You'll never put it down.
Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. It'll be Jose Cardinal leading off in center field. Larry Brown is the shortstop and batting second. Duke Sims catching and hitting third. Tony Horton will be the cleanup man at first base. Ken Harrelson in right field, batting fifth. The left fielder hitting sixth, Russ Snyder. Zerl Oversize at third base, batting seventh. Vern Fuller will be the second baseman, batting eighth, and Steve Hargan pitching and batting ninth. For the New York Yankees, Tom Chopay gets another start in left field, leading off. Jerry Kenney at third base and batting second. Bobby Mercer will be in right field, hitting third. Joe Pepitone batting in the cleanup spot at first base. Ron Woods in center field, batting fifth. Gene Michael moved up to the sixth spot and playing shortstop. Bobby Cox will be at second base tonight, batting seventh. Jake Gibbs doing the catching, hitting eighth, and Stan Bonson pitching and batting ninth. Horace Clark, you remember, left the second game of yesterday's doubleheader when he bruised his left rib sliding into Duke Sims in a play at the plate in the sixth inning. I tell you, it was like hitting a brick wall when Horace Clark hit Duke Sims. And Horace got up and he could hardly move, but he does feel much better today. He's sitting out tonight's game and possibly tomorrow's game. Horace had missed just one other game this year when he jammed his right knee sliding into second base back on May the 23rd. We have to give the station. Right now on New York Yankee Baseball, we pause for station identification.
Hi, Harry Downey speaking. Every day it's music and mystery. Stay close weekdays, 10 to 11:30 a.m. and 1 to 3 p.m. here on WGY Schenectady.
Well, the umpires have not come out as yet. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. A lot of action to report. Baltimore continuing its winning ways, defeating Detroit 9-3. McNally, who is now 12-0, gave up only 7 hits. Dobson, the loser. And Mayo Smith had 2, 4, 6, 7 pitches in there for Detroit to try and stop Baltimore. They couldn't do it. Brooks Robinson got his 13th homer of the year in the first with 1 on, and Mickey Stanley his 7th of the year in the 8th inning. Washington beat the Red Sox 6-2. Barry Moore the winner. Jarvis the loser. Frank Howard had 2 more homers, number 29 and 30. Don Locke had his first of the year for the Red Sox, and Reggie Smith his 17th. In the second game, it's Boston 2, Washington nothing, end of an inning and a half. Cox against Siebert, and Reggie Smith got his 18th in the first inning with a man on. The White Sox leading the California Angels at Chicago, 1-0 at the end of 2.5. Brunette against Wynn. Minnesota shellacked Oakland 13-1. Perry the winner. Dobson the loser, and Reggie Jackson hit his 34th of the year in the first inning. He is 23 games ahead of Babe Ruth's pace and 9 ahead of Roger Maris's pace for 60 and or 61 home runs in one season. Armin Killebrew had 2, numbers 21 and 22. Seattle at Kansas City, a later start. In the National League, the Mets and the Pirates postponed because of rain. Montreal beat Philadelphia 6-4. McGinn the winner, Fryman the loser. Briggs got his 5th of the year with a man on. St. Louis beat the Cubs 5-1. Browse the winner, Holtzman the loser. Atlanta beat the Giants 7-1. Negro has now won 14 and lost 5. He's the first to win 14 in the majors. Bolin the loser. And Houston has just scored 4 in the 12th and leading San Diego 7-4. Check that, 8-4, playing the bottom of the 12th inning. Win against Rehberger. Morgan got his 10th of the year with a man on, and Win his 17th of the year. Cincinnati at L.A., a later start. So, a lot of action was played today. And Minnesota now has gone ahead of Oakland in the American League West. Let's see. Minnesota now at 5. They're 10 percentage points ahead of Oakland. We're waiting for the Yankees to take the field. The umpires, it'll be Marty Springstead calling balls and strikes. Ron Denkinger at first base. John Flaherty at second, and Bob Stewart over at third. And there go the Yankees out on the field. Yankees out there except Stan Bonson right now. And now Bob Shepard making the announcement, asking everyone to rise.
Jerry Vale in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of brave.
All right, Stan Bonson walking out to the mound. Stan has won 4 and lost 9. No decisions against Cleveland this year. Lifetime he's won 1 and lost 2. Stan again on weekend leave from Fort Dix, where he's serving his 2 weeks of reserve duty. Wait a minute. We have a lineup change for the Indians. At second base and batting 7th, the Size will be at second base and batting 7th. And Lou Klimchak will be at third base and batting in the 8th position. So take Vern Fuller out of there and move Zorla Versailles from third base to second base. And Lou Klimchak is in there. Klimchak is a left-hand batter, by the way. Haven't heard anything about Fuller, whether he was injured or not, but as soon as we get a report, we'll pass it along to you. I'm telling you about Stan Bonson serving his 2 weeks of reserve active duty. So he's just on loan to the Yankees from the military. And now Jose Cardinal, batting .209. He has 10 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, 26 RBIs, and also 14 stolen bases. Yankees have passed the halfway mark of the '69 season, playing 82 decisions and 1 tie game. All right, Cardinal getting ready. Looks like he's got a brand new bat as he steps into the batter's box. The first pitch of the ball game is a curve high ball 1. Holy cow. Houston, as we told you, had scored 4 runs at the top of the 12th, while San Diego came back with 5 runs in the bottom of the 12th to win it 9-8. How do you like that? The pitch is low, ball 2. And San Diego had lost 6 in a row. They had quite a losing streak a little earlier in the season. 20 hits for San Diego. 20 base hits for San Diego, and Houston had 12. Pops it foul, might be playable. Jerry Kenney near the Cleveland dugout makes the catch. Beautiful play by Kenney. He lost his cap and was leaning into the Indian dugout. He caught it and then leaned over with his bare hand and leaned against the roof of the dugout. And Cardinal fouls out to third, one away. That brings up Larry Brown, batting .249 with 6 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 13 RBI. That's right, Gene Mark. I saw it on TV. One of the Mets tried to get in there, and he tackled him and pushed him and gave him a karate shot on the arm, and he dropped the ball. But once you're in their dugout, you're allowed to do anything. Swing and a miss, strike one. I mean, anything within reason. But I remember that Mark said, well, he's in my dugout. I don't want him in here. 1 out and nobody on. Ball game just underway. Brown, a right-hand batter. Bonson winds. The curve is sliced foul. Back out of play. And a couple of youngsters are going to climb out and try and get this ball. On deck, Duke Sims. Yankees and the Indians split the twin bail yesterday. Bonson's pitch outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Len Coppett of the New York Times is the official scorer tonight. We'll be keeping close tabs on Mr. Coppett throughout the evening. The 1-2 pitch is a curve high, 2-2. Johnny Carson kind of ripped the New York Times the other night. I was watching him on TV. They got on him about his salary. The pitch is lined to left field, a base hit. That was a high curveball up in the eyes of Larry Brown. Tom Chopay up with it, fires it in. Chopay has a fine arm. You can hardly see him out in left field. He's so little, and it's not quite dark yet. We see a white uniform out there. Looks like he's about 3 feet high. But he's got a fine arm. And now Duke Sims, left-hand batter, hitting .258. 5 doubles, 8 homers, 18 RBI. Johnny Carson's quite upset with the Times. He has been for a long time. They came out and said he is making so much money, and Carson said they shouldn't put that in there. They make me look bad. Of course, Carson does moan a little bit about his money. The pitch to Sims is high, ball 1. But you can't please everybody. One out. Larry Brown leading off first base. Bonson stretches his pitch, swing and a miss. Actually foul tipped it, held on to by Jay Gibbs. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Very short lead by Larry Brown at first base. The stretch, the curve is low, 2 balls and a strike. What it was, the New York Times said that Johnny Carson made $75,000 a week, where in reality, Johnny says he makes $45,000 a week. So I kind of feel sorry for John. $45,000 a week, holy cow. The 2-1 pitch, bouncing ball in the hole, one-handed by Bobby Cox, throws to Pepitone for the out. And Sims can't believe it. Bobby Cox, playing second base for the injured Horace Clark, made a beautiful play to take a base hit away from Duke Sims. So it's 2 out, moving to second on the play, Larry Brown. And the batter now, Tony Horton. Horton, batting .267, has 10 doubles, 2 triples, 16 homers, and 58 RBI. Two men are out, and Tony Horton asked the umpire to move at second base. John Flaherty does a little dance, getting out of the way. Horton will move the umpire whether he's on the shortstop side of second base or the second base side of second base. Brown leads off second. Pitch to Horton is low, ball one. No score. Top of the first inning. Game just underway. Two men are out. On deck, the Hawk, Ken Harrelson. The Indians' weighted bat is painted red, white, and blue. Very patriotic. Nice-looking weighted bat. Curve low, 2-0.
Yeah. I gave it on the air. He announced it over. Mark Shepard announced.
The curve ground ball to third. Kenny has it. Fires to first high, but Pepe makes the play. And for the Indians in the top of the first, no runs, a base hit, no errors, a man left at the end of 1/2 inning. Indians nothing, Yankees coming to bat.
If you enjoy the regal beauty of fine china, you'll certainly enjoy the beauty of Royal Elegance. Royal Elegance is fine china that captures the subtle charm of china that sells for many times the price. And Atlantic brings it to your table at a fantastically low price. You can purchase a 4-piece place setting of Royal Elegance for only 99 cents with each 8 gallons of gasoline at participating Atlantic stations. This offer may vary in some states, but this beautiful fine china, imported from across the sea, will never vary in its translucent, delicate beauty. Each 4-piece place setting consists of a cup and saucer, dinner plate, and bread and butter plate. And it's yours for a low, low price. Charge your Royal Elegance fine china on your Atlantic Richfield credit card. Then take it home and start setting a table fit for a king.
On the mound, and just having thrown a wild pitch back to the screen, is Steve Hargan, who has won 1 and lost 6 this year. No decisions against the Yankees this year. Lifetime, he's won 4, lost 3. Steve has had a bad arm for some time. They figure he's come around now. He's a tall, lean, lanky pitcher. And he'll be pitching to Tom Chopay, Jerry Kenny, and Bobby Mercer here in the bottom of the first inning. There's no score. Tom Chopay has been about 5 times without a base hit this year. They got him down here as 5'9", but they must have stood him on a stool when they measured him. Because he's no 5'9", because I've stood alongside of him. Can almost look him straight in the eye. Little left-hand batter crouches, takes the ball low. Let's see, with the Yankees in 1967, he was at bat 27 times with 8 hits. He had a double, 2 homers, and 6 RBIs. This year, as we told you, he's 0 for 5. Hargan's pitch, a bouncer foul outside of first, 1-1. On deck, Jerry Kenny. So the Yankees' 4-game winning streak came to an end in that second game of the twin bill with the Indians yesterday. Got to start a new one. The 1-1 pitch, high, 2-1. This program is authorized under rights granted by the New York Yankees solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any publication, reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. Hargan's pitch bounced to first. Horton backs up. He's got it. Flips just in time to get Chopay by half a stride. That young man can go down the line. 3-1. First baseman to the pitcher, covering, and it's 1 out. And now Jerry Kenny hitting .256. 10 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 17 RBIs, and 17 stolen bases. Jerry Kenny's first home run came in opening day at the nation's capital, with President Nixon in attendance. And that has been the one and only homer for Jerry Kenny. Hagen kicks, delivers, it's high and away, ball 1. Got some Jersey clouds filtering over the Washington Bridge, creeping across Yankee Stadium right now. Ominous looking clouds. Curve low, ball 2-0. Ominous looking cumulus clouds. The 2-0 delivery. Low, ball 3. 3-0 on Kenny. Bobby Mercer on deck. Hagen winds. The pitch is right down the middle. Strike called. 3-1. Double headers, homie. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kenny steps back. I don't know whether he had asked for time or not. But Hagen stepped off the mound. Now he's ready. The pitch is low. No, it's not. It's in there. Strike 2. It's a full count. We find out that Vern Fuller has a sore hand. The payoff pitch to Kenny. Swings and misses, strike 3. So Hagen chalks up his first strikeout of the ball game. And here's Bobby Mercer, batting .278, 14 doubles, 1 triple, 11 homers, and 52 RBI. Sims goes out to talk with Hagen. Out, nobody on. Second baseman Lou Klimchak way back on the grass. The curve is low, ball 1. Check that. Zorlo Versailles is at second base, and Lou Klimchak is at third base. We had that lineup change, just put him in the wrong spot. The 1-0 pitch, low curve in there, strike call. On deck, Joe Pepitone. Outfield shaded around towards right. Harrelson really deep in right field. The 1-1 curve is low and inside, 2-1. Harrelson only has to take 1 step back and he'll be against the fence and right. And a lot of room down the left field line for Bobby Mercer. Matter of fact, a lot of room between the third baseman and the shortstop. Larry Brown shading Bobby over towards second base. Versailles playing short right field against him. The 2-1 pitch is a little bit low, 3-1. Two out, nobody on, no score. The 3-1 pitch bounced foul past Elston Howard, and a little kid had it in his hand and dropped it. Couldn't have been more than 7 years old, and he had the ball in the first row of box seats and dropped it. Nice try. He didn't have a glove on, though. Keep telling you, kids, bring your glove to the stadium. Makes it a lot easier to catch those foul balls. Ready now for the payoff pitch to Bobby. Here it is, and it's fouled upstairs and out of play. And a hand for that catch upstairs. Still 3-2 on Mercer. Morgan's changeup bounced to second base. Versailles is there. Over to Tony Horton for the out. The Yankees go down in order. And at the end of one full inning, it's the Indians nothing and the Yankees nothing.
The Pepsi White Star will shine bright for charity all summer. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Team, and Mountain Dew caps are worth 1/3 cent each at your local Pepsi-Cola bottler. Most groups take a summer hiatus, but now, with White Star, no meetings are necessary. Just redeem the caps and earn money for your favorite charity of nonprofit venture all summer. Just be sure your group is registered. Then, the hotter it gets, the more Pepsi you drink, and the more money you make for charity. Find out who your friends are. Ask them to save Pepsi caps for you, too.
The others cold, Pepsi pours it on. Anytime a thirst takes hold, Pepsi pours it on. Pepsi's got that special taste created for the cold. The cold turns on that Pepsi dry, makes Pepsi Cola double on. Taste that keeps the others cold.
So, in the second inning, to correct the statement I made, Sandy Alper caught me. I said Tuesday night we will play a Tuesday daytime doubleheader. Naturally, it'll be a daytime doubleheader in the afternoon if you want to be really redundant. Tuesday at home with the Boston Red Sox. That's July 15th. A very unusual doubleheader in midweek. Harrelson takes the curve high, ball one. First game will start at 1 p.m. Another reminder, that's Tuesday, July 15th. But tomorrow's a big game we don't want you to forget. Mel Stottlemyre against Sudden Sam McDowell. Ken Harrelson batting 198. Bonson's pitch is in there. Strike called, 1-1. On deck, Russ Snyder. No score, top of the second. Bonson winds the 1-1 pitch. Bounced over the pitcher's head. Michael Lewis left. One-hands it. Steps on second. Throws to first. He made a phantom double play. I don't know why he stepped on second, but Gene caught it one-handed. Jumped on second base and threw to first, just nipping Ken Harrelson. And there have been 3 fine defensive plays by the Yankees infield so far in this game, by Jerry Kenney, by Bobby Cox, and now by Gene Michael. That brings up Russ Snyder, batting .267 with 5 doubles, 1 homer, and 12 RBI. Harrelson was up there with 11 homers and 39 RBIs. 1 out, nobody on. Left hand hitting Snyder checks his swing, fouls it back off the mezzanine down below, and it's strike one. Curve is outside, 1-1. Bonson's 1-1 pitch. in the dirt. Knocked down by Gibbs. It's 2-1. Outfield straight away on Snyder. Kind of a slap hitter. Fastball bounced off the plate. Bonson in fast. Going to have to hurry. Throws to first just in time. Boy, I tell you, every play has been a close one in this ball game. That brings up Zorlo Versailles. Batting .230, 11 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 12 RBI. Two out, nobody on, no score. Top of the second inning. On deck, Lou Klimchak. Bonson's first pitch to Versailles. Line to right field. Mercer coming on. Can't get it. It's in for a base hit. Bobby fields it on one hop. And that's hit number 2 for the Indians. Larry Brown has the other one. And Lou Klimchak, who was brought up from Portland on May 27th, he had hit .284. Klimchak let's see what Lou is batting. .274. Left-hand batter. What a stance he's got. Ground ball to first. Pepitone off his arm. Cox has it. Throws to Bonson in time. Beautiful play. Holy cow. You got to give Pepitone an assist on that, I believe. 3-4-1. And I tell you, there have been some exciting plays here early in the ball game. Off Pepitone's arm. Cox got it. Bonson came over to cover. They just nipped Klimchak. No runs, a base hit, no errors, a man left. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's Cleveland nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Now that school graduations are over, vacation time is in full swing. This is a fine time to visit Skyline Drive. For those of you touring New England, an interesting break in your journey would be to stop overnight at Skyline Inn. Rooms are splendid, cuisine is excellent, and it is quiet. Spend a restful night and dream your cares away close to the stars. The summit views are inspiring. Walk to Lookout Rock for an intimate view of the village of Manchester and the Vermont Valley, 3,000 feet below. Skyline Drive is a paved highway located on Route 7, about 4 miles below Manchester, Vermont. The entrance is marked by a brilliant display of flags. The toll is only $3 a car with no charge for passengers. If you would like a brochure describing both Skyline Drive and Skyline Inn, including a map that shows you how to get there, just drop a card to Skyline Drive, Manchester, Vermont.
Pepitone will lead it off. Pepe, hitting .238, has 12 doubles, 1 triple, 18 homers, 47 RBI. There's no score. We're in the last half of the second inning. Steve Hargan on the hill for the Indians. Dick Hauser coaching at third. Elston Howard at first. Hargan's curve swung at and missed strike 1. Actually foul tipped it, just got a piece of it. Right now, let's pause for station identification.
Hi, Terry Lester here. Kick those late afternoon blues. Keep happy from 3 to 7 p.m. weekdays on WGY Schenectady, Radio 81.
Hargan's next pitch to Joe is high, 1-1. On deck, Ron Woods. They play Pepitone the same way they play Bobby Mercer, pulled around towards right. Fastball swung at and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That Hagen really fired that high hard one, and Pepe really had a cut at it. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit in the air to shallow right field. And Harrelson comes in and one-hands it. Looked like Harrelson lost it momentarily. We told you it's not quite dark here, but he was able to come in and make a one-hand running catch. And so with 1 out, here's Ron Woods. Woods batting .216, 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 3 RBIs. They play Woods straight away. Hagen's fastball is low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, foul back on the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score here in the bottom of the second. 1 out, nobody on. Curve is outside, 2-1. Hagen rocks back. Fastball fouled off the chest protector of the plate umpire. It's 2-2. Hagen, a very slow, deliberate worker out on the mound. Gets the sign from Duke Sims. He winds. Strike 3. He waved at that one. Really fooled on that pitch was Ron Woods. Didn't have a good cut at it. Kind of just waved his bat. Second strikeout for Hagen. And now Gene Michael. Gene hitting .276, 13 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 11 RBI. Gene batting left-handed against Hagen. Pitch to Michael is low, ball 1. On deck, Bobby Cox. Fastball is low, ball 2, 2-0. You ought to see where Cardinal's playing and Russ Snyder. Holy cow. That Gene Michael, he can hit them over their heads. Somebody yelled, Bill, you or Sandy, yell to Michael. Look where the outfield's playing. That's what you used to do when you were kids. Takes a pitch inside, ball 3. I'd get mad if they played me that shallow. Alvin Dark pulled the outfield in that close. Ooh, I mean that Cardinal. If Michael hits one over his head, that Cardinal will be running for a week out there in center field. He's riding back a second. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. So Michael gets the first walk given up by Hagen, and it brings up Bobby Cox. Cox batting .206, 4 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 11 RBI. Hagen wants a new baseball. Michael leads away. Hagen sets. Throw to first. Gene is back, and Gene was leaning towards second base. I think he had ideas. Here's the stretch. There goes Michael. The ball is taken. The throw to second. Not in time. He's out. Wait a minute. He called him out. Versailles jumped in the air over Michael, caught the ball, and tagged Gene on the shoulder. Now, Dick House is going out to argue a little bit, and looked like Michael was in there with his feet, and Versailles tagged him on the shoulder. 2-4, the catcher to the second baseman. But John Flaherty called him out. That was a weird play. Nothing across for the Yankees, and at the end of 2 full innings, it's Cleveland nothing and the Yankees nothing. Angelo Petrocelli of Paterson, New Jersey, Thomas Cornell of New London, Connecticut, John Firmstone of Honesdale, Pennsylvania, and Jose M. Osorio of Brooklyn, New York all have something in common. They participated in the 1969 beer taste test when Peel's challenged 3 top-selling brands for the Eastern Championship of Beer. And they all preferred Peel's Real Draft Beer. So did lots of other beer drinkers. In fact, not one of those top-selling beers could beat Peel's Real Draft in the 1969 taste test. Does that surprise you? Well, it shouldn't. You see, there is one very big, very important difference between Peel's and the other beers, and it's this. Only Peel's gives you real draft lightness, real draft freshness in bottles and cans. So it's really not surprising at all that Peel's was a winner in the big taste test. How about making a little test of your own? Next time you have a beer, have a Peel's Real Draft beer. I think you'll be convinced, too, that Peel's Real Draft has the taste that can't be beat. Steve Hargan will lead it off for the Indians in the top of the third. Eddie Layton, our organist, has come over to join us for a while. Oh, you're off tonight, Eddie? Oh, that's right. You're not supposed to say the June Apple. You're just supposed to say June Apple. That's the name of the band. That's what they told us. Don't say the June Apple. Can't figure that out. It's like the Brooklyn Bridge. That's the name of an outfit. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1.
In the notes you got young apple. But it's June apple, right?
There's a foul off the upper deck, back down onto the field. A ball and 2 strikes.
That's right.
Eddie Layton tells us it's June Apple. You don't say the. How can you explain it? I mean, you can't say, hey, look out there, June Apple. They figured somebody's name. The ball is popped in the air. Gene Michael moves to shallow center and makes the catch. 1 out. That'll bring up Jose Cardinal, fouled out to Jerry Kenny. Jerry making a nice catch, practically half in the Cleveland dugout in the first inning. No score, top of the third. Eddie Layton gets a night off and he comes to the ballpark. Eddie does a great job. Love is a many splendid thing, one of Eddie's shows that he does. What else, Ed? That, and of course playing here at Yankee Stadium and Madison Square Garden. There's a high pop to the right side. Pepitone back. Pepe in foul territory. One hands it. And it's 2 away. It will bring up Larry Brown, who lined a single to left field in the first inning. Yes, sir, it's date night here tonight at Yankee Stadium. See all these young couples out here. Good to see them. There's a fastball, a little high, ball 1, thrown by Stan Bonson. Marty Springstead calling balls and strikes. Ron Denkinger umpiring at first, John Flaherty at second, and Bob Stewart at third. Bonson's curve is popped up. Cox going back, but Ron Wood's calling for it in right center, makes the catch. And Bronson has his first 1-2-3 inning. And at the end of 2.5 innings, it's Cleveland nothing and the Yankees nothing. You know, lots of people go along drinking one beer and thinking it's just the greatest until someone comes along and shows them something better. That's what happened to Robert Jordan of Jackson Heights, New York, Raymond Church of Uncleville, Connecticut, and Gerald Leonard of Newark, New Jersey, and Bruce Thomas of Brooklyn. All of them have been regular drinkers of the biggest selling beer in the New York area. All of them participated in the big 1969 beer taste test. They tasted their regular beer without knowing it, and they tasted Peel's Real Draft, both in unmarked glasses. And you know what? They all preferred Peel's. And the other top-selling beers in that dramatic taste test couldn't beat Peel's either. Peel's is a real draft beer, and draft beer tastes fresher and lighter. Just one taste is all it takes sometimes to convince people that Peel's is better than their beer. Convince yourself. Put Peel's Real Draft to the test today and enjoy the taste that can't be beat. We get ready for the bottom of the third inning. Our buddy Bruce Bradley, one of the funniest DJs. They don't like to be called DJs anymore, do they, Sammy? I don't know. I don't think they like to be called DJs, which is disc jockeys short. I forget the title they like to be called. But anyway, Bruce Bradley, one of the funniest you'll ever hear, is emceeing June Apple out there. That's still, I got to say, the June Apple. It's not an orchestra. It's a combo. That's what they call them, isn't it, Eddie? That's right. This is July. The June Apple playing in July. All right, here's Bobby Cox, who was at bat when Gene Michael was caught stealing. Steve Ogden ready. His pitch, curve in the dirt. Nice one-hand grab by Duke Sims on a short hop. Ball one. No score. Change-up, bounce to third, up with it on one hop. Klimchak throws to first, and it's one out. There it is on the big Yankee scoreboard in center field. It says, musical entertainment tonight by June Apple. Now, if somebody would have just come in and read that and weren't hip or weren't cool cats, they'd think it was June Apple, a girl's name. But if you're up on everything the way we are up here, you know what it is. It's a group, a swinging group, and they're playing for date night. Right now, Jake Gibbs is up there, fouls the first pitch, back on the screen, strike one. Jake batting .205 with 4 doubles and 10 RBI. Here's the windup. The pitch is fouled back on the screen. Same spot, strike 2. 0-2. The 2-strike pitch almost hits Jake. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. Stan Bonson on deck. The 1-2 curve is lined to center field. Cardinal coming on. And did he get it? He got it. A good sliding catch by Jose Cardinal. And the defense has been everything in this ball game thus far for both teams. 2 out. Gibbs robbed him of a base hit. And here's Stan Bonson. 3 for 31. No extra base hits. 1 RBI. Batting .097. Bonson is strike one call. One and one. One ball, one strike, two out. No score. Bottom of the third. Hagen's pitch is fouled back in the seats and out of play. A ball and two strikes. Indians have two base hits. The Yankees looking for their first base hit. They had a base runner. Gene Michael walked in the second, then was cut down trying to steal. A little bit high, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike three, and Hagen struck one out each inning. That's his third strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, and at the end of 3 full innings, it's Cleveland nothing and the Yankees nothing. Take another look at the scoreboard. As we told you, Baltimore beat Detroit 9-3. McNally winning his 12th of the year. He's yet to lose. Dobson the loser. Brooks Robinson got his 13th, and Mickey Stanley his 7th. Washington beat Boston in the first of 2, 6-2. Moore the winner, Jarvis the loser. Frank Howard had 2 homers, 29 and 30. Locke homered his first of the year. Reggie Smith got his 17th. Second game, Red Sox 2, Washington nothing under 3.5. Cox against Siebert, and Reggie Smith got his 18th with a man on. California 2 and the White Sox 2 under 6. May against Wynn. Fregosi got his 7th of the year and his 6th with a man on. Minnesota beat Oakland 13-1. Perry the winner, Dobson the loser, but Reggie Jackson got his 34th of the year. Killebrew got his 21st and 22nd. Seattle at Kansas City, latest start. In the National League, Mets at Pittsburgh postponed. Montreal beat the Phillies 6-4. McGinn the winner, Fryman the loser. Briggs got his 5th of the year with a man on. Cardinals beat the Cubs 5-1. Bryles the winner, Holtzman the loser. Atlanta beat the Giants 7-1. Negro won his 14th of the year. He's only lost 5. He's the first to win 14 in the majors. Bolden the loser. San Diego beat Houston 9-8. Houston scored 4 in the 12th. San Diego scored 5. Wynn the winner, Rieberger the loser. Morgan and Wynn homered. And Cincinnati at Los Angeles a later start. Coming on now to carry you along for the next 3 innings in a real defensive ball game. One of the great defensive second basemen that I ever saw. Not too much with the stick, but a very smart ball player, Jerry Coleman. I'm not so sure that I don't take that as a left-handed compliment.
No, it wasn't. As he runs down to the water fountain. All right, we're all set to go here. For the Indians in the top of the 4th, Duke Sims, Tony Horton, and Ken Harrelson. No score in the ball game. Stan Bonson against Steve Hargan. 86 degrees and the humidity 586%. Oh, is it close out here? Sims takes a curveball outside. Ball 1. THI. I just lost the base of the microphone. The 1-0 pitch now, and Sims takes it outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Defense about straight away. Sims, a left-hand batter, out on a fine play by Bobby Cox in the first. This one popped up and out of play. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Johnny Lippon coaching at first base for the Indians, and George Strickland at third. Stan Bonson has slowed the pace a little bit. As we told you, it's hot and close. The 2-1 delivery. Curve right in there. Good overhand curveball by Bonson. Stan has given up only 2 base hits. single to Brown and a single to Versailles. While Steve Hargan has not allowed a base hit and has retired the first 9 in order, although he did walk Michael, but Michael was out attempting to steal. Bonson ready now into the windup. The 2-2 delivery to Sims. Oh, a bullet over the head of Pepitone. He tomahawked that one. Sims is going to try for 2. The throw by Mercer. Cox. And it's in time to Gene Michael. A relay from Mercer to Cox to Michael. A rapid-fire relay from Bobby Mercer to Bobby Cox to Gene Michael. Got the headlong sliding Duke Sims at second. Well, that goes as a single. And then the relay, 9-4-6. Third base hit off Bonson, 1 away. The batter now is Tony Horton, who bounced to third in the first. As Phil told you, a fine defensive ball game and another gem on a great relay. From Mercer to Cox to Gene Michael. That Sims went into that base like he was going in the 100-meter swimming events at the Olympics. There's a fastball that's low to Tony Horton. Ball 1. Tony Horton holds the bat high. He waits. A curveball. He fouls it off. That one was up in his eyes, and he pulled it almost behind him. 1-1. Tony Horton has played more ball games than any other Cleveland Indian. This is his 80th. And he's appearing officially at home plate for his 302nd time. Scored 38 runs, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 16 homers, and 58 RBIs, and a .265 batting average. This one popped back just to our left. Oh, if I had a net, I'd have had that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We almost lost our engineer, Sandy Alper, reaching over for the ball. Bonson now, the 1-2 pitch. Almost hit Horton as he backs him off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sandy, I thought we lost you for a moment. That's one baseball we'll let lay for a while. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a missed strike. 2 down. Tony Horton striking out on a low curveball. That's the first strikeout for Bonson. Now here's Ken Harrelson, who bounced to short in the second. No score, top of the 4th. A pitcher's battle between Bonson and Hargan. Stan Bonson into the windup. Harrelson takes outside, ball 1. Stan, who's on weekend leave from Fort Dix, serving his 2-week service time there, is making his 3rd start against the Indians. Has not had a decision in 69. He's 1-2 lifetime. Stan is 22-22 in big league pitching. There's a high pop behind the plate. Gibbs after it, and that one is too far on the net, out of play. A ball and a strike. The Hawk, Ken Harrelson. A little extra roar you heard was the ball boy who recovered the ball before a spectator could get to it, and he was roundly booed because of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harrelson with the power up on that front toe. Swings at a slider and misses, strike 2. Harrelson having a real tough year so far, batting only .198, 11 home runs, and 39 RBIs. He's got 10 doubles, 4 triples, 7 stolen bases. 4 of them against the Yankees. The Hawk with the sweatbands on his wrist is waiting. It's a high pop, short right field. Calling for it is Bobby Mercer. Drifting under it, he has it, and the side is retired. For the Indians, no runs on a hit and 1 left. Nobody left, rather, and the score after 3.5. Cleveland nothing and the Yankees nothing.
You know what Alan Hutchins of Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey, looks for in a beer? Lightness, that's what. Same goes for James Brady of Astoria, New York. He likes a light beer, too. So does Herbert Semmel of Forest Hills, New York, and Gary Just of East Newark, New Jersey. They all prefer a beer that doesn't leave you feeling filled up. And when they participated in that dramatic 1969 beer taste test, well, naturally, they all preferred Peel's Real Draft. Real Draft means lighter tasting beer. But Peel's has more than lightness. It's got smoothness, too, and mildness and flavor. It's no wonder those other top-selling brands just couldn't beat Peel's when they fought it out. In unlabeled bottles and unmarked glasses for the Eastern Championship of Beer. If you're looking for a beer with real championship taste, a beer that's in a league all its own, test Peel's Real Draft yourself. You'll be convinced, too. The top of the Yankee batting order will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Tom Chopay, Jerry Kenney, and Bob Mercer. The Yankees still looking for their first base hit against Steve Hargan. Hargan had the elbow operation in the offseason. He had a nerve switched in his elbow. Actually, not transplanted, but moved because it was rubbing on a piece of calcium. They also scraped the calcium off, but they switched the nerve to another part of the elbow. Steve Hargan's first pitch to Tommy Chopay is bunted toward third, just foul. A good bunt, but foul, as Luke Klimchak was in on it in a hurry. Hargan was born in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Signed by the assistant to the president, Hoot Evers, great outfielder for the Detroit Tigers many years ago. Hargan has had some pretty good years with the Indians. He was 13-10 in '66, 14-13 in '67, but only 8-15 last year. This season, he's 1-6, trying to fight his way back. Chopay fouls this one off into the seats on the left side. No balls and 2 strikes. Baltimore beat Detroit this afternoon 9-3. Dave McNally getting his 12th consecutive win. Hargan into the windup. Chopay crouching, waits, drills one into right center, racing for it is Harrelson, and he can't get it. It bounces off the auxiliary scoreboard. Chopay's going to go for 3, and he is sliding and makes it. Chopay gets himself a triple with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Zola Versalles sort of bungled the relay. He didn't get a hold of the ball well, and by the time he turned around and threw it, it was too late. And Chopay just kept going, and he's got himself a triple. That's hit of the year. Tommy Chopay in scoring position, nobody out. He's at third, and here's Jerry Kenney. No score in this ball game. Kenney choking up in the bat. Chopay at third. Indian infield is back with the exception of the third baseman, Klimchak. Kenney fouls the first pitch back on the left side into the seats, and it's strike 1. Steve Hargan has given up only 1 base hit. It was a big one. The opening triple by Tommy Chopay, his first hit.
Tommy is now 1 for 7. Jerry Kenny chokes up a little. Waiting. Hargan into the windup. Pitches outside. 1-1. Bobby Mercer on deck, and he'll be followed by Pepitone. Fans trying to get something started here as they start to clap. Well, Hargan steps off the rubber. He wants another sign. Taking his time with the runner at third. Hargan in the windup. The 1-1 pitch, and Kenny drills it to left. Going back is Snyder. He's got it, and coming in to score easily is Tommy Chopay. The Yankees lead 1-0. And now it's New York Yankee baseball. We pause for station identification.
Hi, I'm Bill Edwardson. I'm the bird that wakes up the early birds. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's a real eye-opener. On WGY Radio 81, Schenectady.
The Yankees take the lead 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. A triple by Chopay, a sacrifice fly by Jerry Kenny, and for Kenny, his 18th RBI. Now here's Bobby Mercer. A run across, 1 out, nobody on. Mercer swings at a curve and misses, strike 1. Bobby has played in more ball games than any Yankee. This is his 80th. Has scored the most runs of anybody in the lineup tonight, 43, and has the most hits of any man, 82 in the lineup tonight. Clark, though, surpasses Mercer in runs scored and in hits with 92, and also in games played. Clark has played 82. No balls and 2 strikes to Mercer. The next one by Hargan is low for 1-2. Steve Hargan, slim, trim. The 1-2 pitch to Mercer, hit hard to right center. That's got something on it way back there. And it bounces off the auxiliary scoreboard. Mercer has to hold up at second base. Bobby gets a double, is on at second. Coming to the plate now, it'll be Joe Pepitone. For Mercer, his 15th double of the year. Bobby bounced to second in the first inning, and now with the double, he's 1 for 2. The second hit off Hargan, and that'll bring up Joe Pepitone, who lined to right in the second. Well, they're going to put Pepitone on and pitch to Ron Woods. Ball 2 to Pepitone. Horatio Pena and Stan Williams are warming up for the Indians in the bullpen. And it's ball 4, and Pepitone goes down to first. So the Yankees now with 1 down and 1 run in, leading 1-0. They've got Mercer at second, Pepitone at first, and the batter Ron Woods, who struck out in the second. Woods, the right-hand hitter, little guy, holds the bat on the end. He's waiting. Hargan is ready, and it's in the dirt, nicely blocked by Sims, holding the runners. A good play by Duke Sims. That curveball bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. Sims had all he could do to keep it in front of him. Well, things are perking up here at the stadium. The Yankees and Indians split a doubleheader yesterday. Yanks leading in this one 1-0. Last of the fourth. Pepitone at first, Mercer at second. Woods the batter. 1 ball to count. Hargan, the right-hander, kicks and delivers, and Woods swings and misses. 1-1. Cleveland infield double play depth with 1 down. One ball, 1 strike. Woods straight up and down stance. The 1-1 pitch. Slider that missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. On deck, Gene Michael. Woods waiting as Hargan comes set once again. Checks Mercer at second. Here's the pitch. On the ground to third. Grabbed by Klimchak. He touches third. Fires to first. Double play. That one going 5-5-3. A double play. So the Yankees are out of there with 1 run, 2 base hits, 1 man left. The score after 4 full innings of play, the Yankees 1, the Indians nothing.
We asked Ralph Probosco of West Orange, New Jersey, what he looks for in a beer. And what did he say? Smoothness, that's what. And when we asked Ernest Dickinson of Norwich, Connecticut, he said it too. Smoothness. We got the same answer from Arnold Bloom of Jamaica, New York, and Ronald Gordon of New Brunswick, New Jersey. They all like a smooth-tasting beer. And when they all took part in that big 1969 beer taste test, they picked Peel. So did lots of other beer drinkers. There were 3 other well-known brands in the contest, too. But none of them could beat Peel's Real Draft Beer. How come? Well, it's not just that Peel's has the smoothness people look for in a beer. Peel's is a real draft beer. And draft beer tastes lighter, tastes fresher. When you put them all together, smoothness, lightness, freshness, you've got Peel's Real Draft, the beer with the taste that can't be beat. Try it. Just 1 taste and you'll be ready to join all those people who've switched to Peel's Real Draft. Well, don't forget tomorrow it'll be Sam McDowell, who's won 10 on the season, going up against the Yankees ace Mel Stottlemyre, who has already won 11. So McDowell shooting for his 11th, Stottlemyre for his 12th. A real pitcher's battle. Shaping up tomorrow afternoon. That'll be a single game, and the game gets underway at 2 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 1:55. Russ Snyder, Zola Versalles, and Lou Klimchak facing Stan Bonson. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The Yankees are leading 1-0. Indians with 3 hits. The Yankees have a pair. Bonson into the windup. Snyder, the veteran outfielder, takes a curve right in there for strike 1. Russ tapped back to Bonson in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Snyder came into the ball game batting at .267. This guy's always been a solid hitter. Gets the wood on the ball. Bonson delivers, and Snyder pops it up toward the line and left. Everybody racing for it. Nobody can get to it. And it's just a loud foul. Michael, Kenny, and the left fielder Chopin all in hot pursuit. Nobody got it. In fact, they almost ran over the ball boy down there, rather. He had to take that little milking chair of his and run for his life with the 3 of them pounding after him. Snyder, a left-hand hitter, at one time, many years ago, belonged to the Yankees. Then went to Kansas City, Baltimore, Cleveland. Dependable performer. Broke his ankle a few years back when he was with the Orioles. It looked like his career might be over, but he bounced back. Here's the 2-strike pitch by Bonson to Snyder. It's way outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Senators have tied the Red Sox at 2 apiece going into the 6th.
Washington won the first one 6-2, and they are a team right now to watch out for. They have a record of 43-41. If they win that second game, they'll be 44-41, 3 over 500. Boston fading fast, having a lot of pitching problems. They got Ron Klein from the San Francisco Giants this afternoon to help out. Snyder, a check swing foul just outside of third, past the third base coach, George Strickland. A ball and 2 strikes. The count holds. Stan has slowed the pace a little. He's ready one more time. The 1-2 pitch to Snyder. Ground ball, 2 hops to Cox at second base. He's got it. Over to Pepitone, 1 away. That ball was sharply hit, fed right into the waiting arms of Bobby Cox. Warlow Versailles. Single to right, sharply in the second. That ball shot off his bat right in front of Bobby Mercer in right field. At that time, it was only the second Indian base hit. They only have 3 on the night, all singles. Single by Brown, 1 by Sims, and the other by Versailles. 1 out, Versailles waiting. Bonson kicks, delivers, swing and a miss, strike 1. Speaking of the Red Sox, they'll be in town on July the 15th, Tuesday afternoon, for a day doubleheader. The first game starts at 1, and then they'll also be here for the 16th and 17th, Wednesday and Thursday nights. Those games will start at 8. Curve is low to Versailles. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. The Yankees leading 1-0, top of the 5th. The Yankees got their run on a triple by Chopin and a sacrifice fly by Jerry Kenney in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-1 pitch to Versailles. He started to go and held off. Bonson throwing a good curveball that just missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Stanley Bonson again ready. The 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Left side. Michael calling for it. Waiting. He's got it 2 down. Snyder bouncing out to Cox. Versailles popping up to Michael. 2 up, 2 down. Now here's Lou Klimchak. Klimchak got into the game as a lead starter for Vern Fuller, the second baseman. Fuller injured his little finger in his left hand and was scratched at the last moment. Klimchak bounced to Pepitone, it kicked off his glove, but backing up was Bobby Cox, and he threw it to Bonson for the force on Klimchak on a fine play to end the second inning. Lou, a left-hand batter, takes ball 1. Klimchak started with the old Kansas City A's, the team that is now in Oakland. Takes a curve outside, 2-0. Been around quite a while. Began his pro career back in, 1957 it was. Klimchak holding the bat high. The 2-0 pitch. Hits one high and far to right field. Way back. We've got a tie ball game. Lou Klimchak boomed one into the Yankee bullpen in right field, and it's all tied at 1 apiece. He really hit it high and far, and waiting for it as it came down was Al Downing. So the Indians tie it up in the top of the 5th inning on the solid home run by Lou Klimchak. That's only the 2nd home run of the year for Klimchak, and his 7th RBI. Now Steve Hargan, the pitcher, stepping in. Bonson delivers, and Hargan tries to bunt for a base hit and fouls it off, strike 1. Hargan popped to short in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. That was the 4th hit off Bonson. Hargan, not too bad a hitter, came into the ball game with 3 hits and 13 at-bats. He's now 3 for 14. One strike delivery by Bonson coming. A ground ball. Bonson has it on one hop. And he's trying to make Hargan run, but Hargan just sort of goes down about 2/3 of the way and comes to a complete halt, and then gets the ball from Pepitone. For the Indians, 1 run on 1 hit, the home run by Klimchak. Nobody left, and the score after 4.5. Cleveland won and the Yankees won.
You know, it's a brighter, fresher world when you look at it through a bright, clean windshield. It's a safer world, too, for the driver with clear vision. That's your world every time you drive out of an Atlantic Red Ball station. A Red Ball dealer doesn't decide whether your windshield needs cleaning. He doesn't wait to be asked. He goes ahead and cleans it regardless, for every customer, every time. And he always offers to check the oil for you. That's more than a promise. It's a guarantee. If an Atlantic Red Bull dealer should ever forget to clean the windshield, weather permitting, or to offer to check the oil, he'll refund the cost of your gasoline. The offer may vary in some states, but the service never does. For the service that you can depend on every time, see the man who never forgets. You'll find him where you see the sign of Atlantic Red Bull Dealer Service. So good, it's guaranteed.
Once again, if you're 14 years of age and under, boys and girls, don't forget July the 20th. That'll be the second bat day, 1969, here at Yankee Stadium. The Washington Senators will be in town, and they've got some hitting ball club this year, so what a day to have the second bat day. Had a packed house on June the 15th for the first one, and we'll be looking for you out here Sunday afternoon, July the 20th, the second bat day of 1969. Gene Michael steps in. It's a 1-1 ball game. Last of the 5th, the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Michael walked and was out attempting to steal in the second. Hargan and Bonson in a real battle. Yanks have 2 hits and a run. The Indians have 4 hits and a run. Hargan to Michael. Pitches low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gene Michael has to be one of the real pleasant surprises for 1969. Gene started the season on the bench, suddenly has blossomed into one of the finest shortstops around, and hitting that potato. Base hit down the left field side, just past the outstretched glove of Klimchak. The ball gets by Snyder. Michael digging for third, and he's in at third base. Let's see how they rule it. They're giving Gene Michael a triple all the way. Head ball shot just by third base. Klimchak dove for it. It got by him. Snyder had a little trouble as it kicked off the wall and got by him. Gene Michael has an opening triple in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that'll bring up Bobby Cox. And for Michael, his second triple of the year. The Yankees now threatening in this 1-1 ball game as the Indians bring their infield in. They're on the edge of the grass. Bobby Cox bounced to third in the 3rd. Steve Hargan with Michael at third base. Cox, a real scrapper at the plate. Here's the pitch. Almost hit Bobby as he backs away for ball 1. There's one thing about Bobby Cox. When he's up at home plate, you know something's going to happen. The 1-0 pitch to Bobby. Takes it inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Sims, I think, is asking the plate umpire, Marty Springstead, if that was a foul tip. Apparently not. That bore right in on Bobby Cox, who crowds the plate anyway. Michael at third. Cox ahead of the pitcher right now, 2-0. Hargan ready again. Here it comes. It's low for 3 balls and no strikes. Jake Gibbs on deck. And behind him, Stan Bonson. Indians won, the Yankees won, bottom of the 5th, Michael at third, nobody out, and the Yanks threatening, 3-0 on Bobby Cox. Let's see if manager Ralph Houk gives him the hit sign. Cox ready. Hargan delivers, and Bobby takes high, ball 4. Third walk given up by Steve Hargan as down to first base goes Cox. Michael holding at third, and now it's up to Jake Gibbs. Yankees with runners at first and third and nobody out. Triples have been big offensive weapons for the Yankees tonight. Chopay tripled and scored on the sacrifice fly by Jerry Kenney. And now Michael has tripled. He's on at third. Cox just got a walk. Gibbs steps in with nobody out. Gibbs lined to center field. A spectacular catch was made by Cardinale on that one. That was in the third inning. So Jake is up again with ducks on the pond. Michael at third, Cox at first. The pitch to Jake hit on the ground foul outside of first base, kicking into the stands for strike one. The Yankees have had trouble with the Indians this year. In 9 games, Cleveland has won 6 and the Yankees 3. The Yankees are only 1-3 at home, and they're 2-3 in Cleveland. Well, they've got a chance here to get a few runs as Gibbs waits. The one-strike pitch by Hargan is fouled back, strike 2. He busted that fastball on the belt inside to Gibbs. He went after it and just got a piece of it. No balls and 2 strikes. Stan Bonson on deck. Manager Alvin Dark is up on the edge of the dugout, about as high as he can get and still be in the dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. Gibbs waits. Hargan at the belt. Delivers outside. 1-2. Now Hargan decides he's going to wipe some perspiration off his brow. We told you, a very warm night. Humidity is way up there, and the temperature at game time, 86 degrees. Hargan is ready again. So is Gibbs. The runners move off. Here's the pitch. Fouled back over our heads, and the count holds 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steve Hargan was selected to the All-Star game in 1967, but did not play. That year, he won 14 and lost 13. Had an earned run average of 2.62, but the arm miseries last season held him back, and so far, still trying to get on track here in 1969. Brought a 1-6 record into this game. And right now, the Yankees are trying to make that 1-7 as Gibbs waits. Hargan sets. Here's the pitch to Jake. It's over his head, 2-2. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Sam McDowell going up against Mel Stottlemyre in a real pitcher's battle. McDowell has won 10, Stottlemyre 11. Hargan once again gets the sign, kicks and delivers, and Gibbs hits a shot to right field. Ken Harrelson has it, tagging up and coming in as Gene Michael, and the Yankees lead 2-1. A solid sacrifice shot into the waiting arms of Ken Harrelson brings Gene Michael home. And for Gibbs, RBI number 11. The ball was well hit on a bullet. Second time that Gibbs has hit the ball sharply without coming up with a base hit. Now Stan Bonson steps in with 1 down and Cox at first. The Yankees moving out in front, 2-1. Triple, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. It's the second time in this ballgame that a sacrifice fly has scored a run. Kennedy drove in Chopay in the 4th with a sacrifice, and now Gibbs brings Michael home. Bonson had a quick chat with third base coach Dick Hauser to get things straight. Klimchak is moving into third looking for the sacrifice. Throw goes to first. Cox is back. The Indian infield squared away in bunt formation. They are looking for a bunt. Hargan sets. Bonson squares, pops it up. And Klimchak is right there to make it. Klimchak could have dropped that ball or let it drop and gone to second and back to first because Bonson did not move off the plate. So when he caught it, that was the end of it. Two down. The batter now, Tommy Chopay, who bounced to the first baseman and tripled to right center. Bobby Cox remaining at first. The Yankees leading 2-1. We're in the last of the fifth, and here's Tommy Chopay. 5 feet 8, 160 pounds. Crouches right over the top of that plate. Hargan is ready and delivers, and Chopay tries a bunt and misses for strike one. Tommy, who comes from Connecticut, recently recalled from the Syracuse Ball Club when Roy White went into the service. And, of course, Tommy takes every game and every at-bat as if it's a trial to stay with this ball club, and it just might be. So he is really bearing down. Here's the pitch. It's high and over his head for 1-1. In 1967, Chopay was with the Yankees for 8 games and batted .296, had a couple of home runs and 6 RBIs. Last year, throughout the entire season with Syracuse, batted only .245. All right, Tommy waiting. Throw to first. Cox is forced back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Chopay. Chopay was born in Bristol, Connecticut, where he still makes his home. Hargan to Chopay. It's fouled back over our heads, and the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tom Chopay is a graduate of the University of Bridgeport. The little left-hand hitter is waiting. The 1-2 pitch. Curve is a half-swing call. Strike 3, says plate umpire Marty Springstead, and that takes care of the Yankees in the 5th. Strikeout number 4 for Hargan. For the Yankees, though, 1 run on 1 base hit, 1 man left. The score after 5 full innings of play. Yankees 2 and the Indians 1.
There's an ocean full of value at participating Atlantic stations these days. First, there's something for your car, of course. The gasoline that keeps you on the go. Atlantic Imperial. Then there's famous Red Ball service, too. And now, there's something for your table. Fine china. Imported from across the sea. We call it Royal Elegance. You'll call it beautiful, delicate, translucent, and a sensational value. Because at participating Atlantic stations, you can purchase a 4-piece plate setting of Royal Elegance for only 99 cents with each 8 gallons of gasoline. This offer may vary in some states, but this beautiful fine china will never vary in its charming good looks. Pick up a 4-piece plate setting today. Charge it on your Atlantic Richfield credit card if you like. Royal Elegance is something nice to take home to Mother.
With the Yankees leading 2-1, we drift into the 6th inning, and will be the top of the batting order for the Indians. Cardinal, Brown, and Sims. Jose, the center fielder, Larry Brown, the shortstop, and Duke Sims, the catcher. Jose Cardinal is 0 for 2. He fouled to third and to first. Right-hand batter facing Stan Bonson. A tight ball game. Yankees 2 runs, 3 hits. The Indians 1 run and 4 hits. Cardinal began his big league career with the California Angels, traded to the Indians. The small center fielder takes low for ball 1. Jose Dominique Cardinal, born in Cuba. Ground ball to third. Kenny on a tough half hop has it. Fires to Pepitone. 1 away. That was a fine play by Jerry Kenny. Put a little star after that one. We've had a great defensive ball game tonight, one where the fans can get up and cheer. Here's Larry Brown. Single to left, slide to center. 1 for 2. Brown began his big league career with the Indians in 1963. He's in his 7th season, and right now he takes the curveball outside for ball 1. Brown came into this game batting at 249. So he moves up to the 250 mark with that 1 for 2. The 1-0 pitch to Brown. A little bit low, 2 balls and no strikes. The close and everything sticking to you tonight. The 2-0 pitch to Brown swings and misses, strike 1. Larry Brown's brother Dick was a catcher for the Orioles, but developed tumors in his brain. They were benign. They were cut out, and he is now a scout for the Orioles in Florida. There's an attempted bunt where Brown pulls his bat back. It's ball 3, 3-1. And Larry Brown right here in this ballpark almost had his career ended when he and Leon Wagner went head-on, and Brown came up with multiple fractures of the skull. That was a few years back. Brown waiting, right-hand hitter. Stan Bonson, the right-hand pitcher, winds, deals, up the middle, a base hit. Larry Brown, a solid hitter, a solid performer, singles sharply to center. And with Duke Sims coming on, we remind you it's New York Yankee baseball, and we pause for station identification.
Hi, Harry Downey speaking. Every day it's music and mystery. Stay close weekdays, 10 to 11:30 a.m. and 1 to 3 p.m. here on WGY Schenectady.
With the Yankees leading 2-1, Larry Brown is at first base, representing the tying run. 1 out, and Duke Sims steps in. He bounced to second, singled to right, and tried to stretch it into a double and was thrown out. Mercer to Cox to Michael. Sims, a left-hand batter, takes strike 1. There's a very gentle breeze in the ballpark, which makes it just perfect for the spectators. Everybody here in their shirt sleeves tonight. This is date night, ladies' night, and a good crowd on hand. Stan Bonson, ready now. Sims waiting. He fouls this one back on the screen off to our left. No balls and 2 strikes. Sims jumped on a high slider and tomahawked it over Pepitone's head in the 4th inning. It looked like he had second made easily, but Mercer came up with the ball, fired into Bobby Cox, who in a split second slipped it into Gene Michael, and Sims, in a headlong dive for second, was out. Great relay by the Yankees. Sims waiting from the left side. This guy can hurt you if he hits it high. Has 8 home runs, and there's a curve that's high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees are leading 2-1. Larry Brown at first. Bonson at the belt again, delivers, and Sims hits another one almost in the same spot. Mercer, though, is over there, and he has this one, fires to third base. Going into third is Brown, and holding at first is Sims. So the Indians threaten here in the 6th inning with back-to-back singles. They have runners at first and third. The batter, the cleanup man, Tony Horton, who has bounced to third and struck out. Horton is the only strikeout by Stan Bonson tonight. The Yankee bullpen has started to move now. Jerry Kenney going in to talk to Bonson. It's a very, very hot night, and they're giving him a little time to get his breath. Runners at first and third. 1 out. The batter, Tony Horton. Bonson wants him to hit the ball on the ground. He's a good double play man if it goes to an infielder. Horton at the plate, waiting. Bonson sets and delivers. There's a foul off on the right side into the mezzanine. Tony Horton has grounded in only 9 double plays, which is not too bad. He's not a fast man. Cardinal, by comparison, who is a fast man, has bounced into 10 double plays. And Ken Harrelson, who runs better than Horton, has bounced into 11. He leads the Indians. Horton waits. Ground ball. Cox to his left. They'll have to go to first, and it's a tie ball game. No chance for 2. Coming in to score is Larry Brown. Tony Horton comes up with an RBI, his 59th of the year, as he bounces out to Bobby Cox. Moving to second base is Duke Sims. And the batter now, Ken Harrelson. So the Indians tie it in the top of the 6th inning. Cleveland 2 and the Yankees 2. Yanks got a run on the 4th and 1 on the 5th. Cleveland got 1 on the 5th and now 1 on the 6th and threatening for more with 2 outs and a runner at second. Ken Harrelson bounced to third and flied to right. The first pitch is outside. Ball 1. Cleveland Ball Club has been very tough for the Yankees. Bonson ready. The 1-0 delivery is a curve that got the corner. A beauty. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cleveland currently in last place in the American League East. We've got a record of 31 and 48, 17 under 500. The Yankees coming into this game are 4 under 500 with a record of 39 and 43. Both the defending champions, the Detroit Tigers, having an off season, they trail the Orioles by 10 and now 11 after being beaten by the Orioles this afternoon. And the Cardinals, 15.5 behind the Cubs. They're really out of it over there. Curve got the corner again, and Ken Harrelson knew it. 2 pitches beautifully thrown by Bonson. Slow curveballs, both nipped the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes. Harrelson admits he's been pulling too much, but he can't help himself. And, you say to yourself, well, why doesn't he go to the opposite field? But sometimes you get in those ruts and nothing on earth can change you. One ball and 2 strikes. At second base, Duke Sims. Brown has scored to tie it up in the 6th. Bonson now ready again. Here it comes to Harrelson. He tried the curve again, but missed this time. 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Indians 2 and the Yankees 2. We're in the 6th inning. Cleveland batting. Ken Harrelson waiting. Bonson delivers a curve again and misses again for 3 and 2. And the Yankee bullpen continues to throw. It's about this time in a ball game on these warm, humid evenings that a pitcher will have some trouble. Harrelson right on top of that plate. Cocks the front foot, goes on his left toe as he waits. Here's the pitch. Payoff delivery is hit high to left field. Coming on fast is Chopin. Waiting for it. He's under it. He's got it. On the side is retired. For the Indians, 1 run on 2 base hits and 1 man left. The score after 5.5. Cleveland, 2 runs, 6 hits. The Yankees, 2 runs and 3 hits.
McDonald's, who gives you 100% beef hamburgers, proudly salutes other great Americans who gave 100%. The scene, Madison Square Garden.
Punchy. What? The fight's about to start and you're still in the dressing room. What are you up to?
6'1". You ought to know that. You was at the weigh-in.
What are you doing?
I'm eating good stuff from McDonald's. Original Coke, golden brown French fries.
But, Punchy, you ain't even in your boxing trunks.
Oh, you don't have to wear boxing trunks to eat at McDonald's. Besides which, I'm not fighting. I just met the new champ, Big Mac.
Big Mac? Big Mac who?
I don't know his last name, but take a look at him.
That's just a sandwich.
Not just a sandwich, Jake. It's the Epicurean delight. What a giant. 200% beef hamburgers on a triple-decker bun.
But, Bunchy...
No use arguing. I'm going to devote the rest of my career to telling people about McDonald's Big Mac. Feed it to me, will you?
Feed it to you?
Yeah, well, they're delicious, but they're kind of hard to pick up with your gloves on.
McDonald's is your kind of place. Your kind of place.
In the last half of the sixth inning, Jerry Kenny will come on, and he'll be followed by Bobby Mercer and Joe Pepitone. It's all tied at 2 apiece. Steve Hargan all the way for the Indians, and Stan Bonson all the way for the Yanks. Bonson has given up 6 hits. Hargan has given up only 3. The Yankees have made their hits count. Chopay tripled to open the 4th and came in on a sacrifice fly by Jerry Kenny. Michael tripled to open up the 5th and came in on a sacrifice fly by Jake Gibbs. The Indians scored in the 5th inning on a home run by Lou Klimchak, his 2nd of the season. And then they got run on the 6th on a single by Brown, a single by Sims, and a ground out by Tony Horton. Jerry Kenny, who drove in one of the Yankee runs, he's 0 for 1. He struck out in his other at-bat. Waiting as Hargan goes into the windup, and the first pitch to Kenny is a curve that's right in there for strike 1. Jerry Kenny playing at third base, doing a great job since being shifted from center field to third. Came into the game batting at .256 with a home run and 17 RBIs. He now has 18 with the RBI picked up tonight. The pitch to Kenny is hit on the ground to the second baseman Versales on 2 hops. The flip is an easy one to Horton, and Kenny is out of there, 1 down. We'll have all the scores right after this half inning to bring you up to date on the action in both the American and the National League. Bobby Mercer bounced to second and doubled to right. Hargan ready, and the pitch to Mercer is a high curve. Bobby was going to bunt, but it was over his head, and he just ran away from the plate and didn't move his bat at all. Mercer waiting. Hargan into the windup. The 1-0 pitch, and Bobby hits it foul on the right side, just outside of first base. One ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Bobby. Slow changeup, a little high. 2 balls and a strike. Hargan really pulled the string on that one. It was a straight change and high over the head of Mercer. Bobby waits. The next one by Hargan is low and inside, 3-1. The Yankees with a young ball club, missing some of their best talent. Roy White in the service. Stan Bonson getting the weekend off and being able to pitch tonight. Bobby hits a slow ground ball to Versales at second, and the play is made to first for the second out. 2 up and 2 down. Now here's Joe Pepitone, who lined to right and drew an intentional pass. Pepe is 0 for 1 tonight. Cleveland 2, the Yankees 2, 2 outs, last half of the 6th inning. Pepitone, the hitter. Hargan, the right-hander. Doing a lot of pawing around out there on the mound. Alan Dark has an eagle eye on his pitcher, watching him just in case he tires on him. Curve is low to Pepitone for a ball. It can happen to a pitcher in a hurry on a very warm night. He'll be going along smoothly, and then suddenly, from one batter to the next, it's gone. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Tomorrow it's Sam McDowell against Mel Stottlemyre. Battle of the Giants. The 2-0 pitch to Pepitone is low, 3 balls and no strikes. Hargan is making extremely sure that he doesn't throw anything that Pepitone can pull. And now the 3-0 pitch, and Pepitone started to go. It was a curve that was in the dirt for ball 4. 4th walk given up by Steve Hargan. Pepitone down to first base. With 2 outs and Pepitone at first, here's Ron Wood. Pepitone can run. He's got 5 stolen bases. He doesn't go too often, but in a spot like this, he might just try. Duke Sims is getting himself straightened out at home plate. He wears a regular skull cap when he catches, just turns it around. Some ball players have specially fitted caps that they wear when they're catching, plastic liners. Others just cut off the peak of the cap and wear it that way. There goes Pepitone. It's in the dirt. The throw to second, not in time. And what a jump Pepitone had. He really took off. Pepitone. A stolen base, number 6 on the year. Pepitone has 6 for 7 in the stolen base department. The Yankees as a team have stolen their 72nd in 110 attempts. They only stole 90 all last year, so they should go way past that this season. The road runners off and running, and this time it's Pepitone who did it. Woods waiting. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off, 1-1. A 2-2 tie. The Yankees with a go-ahead run at second base. 2 outs. One ball, 1 strike. Ron Woods waiting. Hargan is at the belt. Checks Pepitone at second. Fires one in there. They got the corner for strike 2. Had good stuff on that one. Woods appearing in his 33rd ball game of the year. Tonight he struck out, bounced into a double play. He's got 11 base hits and 53 at-bats. Of those 11 hits, 2 are doubles, 1 triple and 1 home run, and 3 RBIs with 1 stolen base. Ron came into the ball game batting at .216. He's waiting. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. It got the corner. Steve Hargan really zipped one over on Ron Woods. That's strikeout number 5. For the Yankees, no runs, no hits, no Indian errors, 1 man left, and the score after 6. Cleveland 2 and the Yankees 2. And now let's take a look at that scoreboard. Baltimore beat Detroit 9-3. The winner, McNally, he's 12-0 on the year. Dobson took the loss. Brooks Robinson got his 13th. Mickey Stanley his 7th in that one. In the first of a day-night doubleheader, the Senators 6, Red Sox 2. Frank Howard hit his 29th and 30th. Reggie Smith had his 17th for Boston. In the nightcap after 6 innings, Boston 10, the Senators 2. The Red Sox came up with 8 in the 6th. Reggie Smith had his 18th in that one. Chicago beat California 4-3. Minnesota beat Oakland 13-1. Killebrew hit 2, his 21st and 22nd. And the home run king, Reggie Jackson, had his 34th for the A's. In the National League, the Mets and the Pirates were rained out. Montreal beat Philadelphia 6-4. Cardinals beat the Cubs 5-1. Phil Niekro won his 14th of the year, most in the majors. It was Atlanta 7 and the Giants 1. In 12 innings, San Diego beat Houston 9-8, and Cincinnati at Los Angeles a later start. Going into the 7th inning, it's all tied at 2 apiece. The Indians and the Yankees, and now to carry it down to the wire, let's turn it over to Frank Messer. Frank?
All right, Jerry Coleman, thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Russ Snyder steps in for the Cleveland Indians to lead off the top half of the 7th. Snyder, left-hand hitter. Ball game all tied at 2-2. Stan Bonson rocks and deals, and Snyder takes low ball 1. Snyder is 0 for 2, bounced back to Bonson and grounded out to Cox at second. Ball 2. 2-0. Snyder, Versailles, and Klimchak due up here in the 7th for the Indians. Bonson's 2-0 pitch. Popped up in the shallow left. Michael going back. Chopin coming in. It's Chopin under it, and he makes the catch. Chopin had to make a last-second move to his left and in a step to pull that ball in. 1 out, and here's the second baseman, Zoyo Versailles. He is 1 for 2. Versailles, right-hand batter. Bonson winds, kicks, and fires. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Up with it, Gene Michael makes his throw to Pepitone in plenty of time, and there are 2 away. And now Lou Klimchak, who had a home run in the 5th inning. Klimchak, left-hand hitter, homered deep into the Yankee bullpen. It appeared from our vantage point that the ball was caught, but by Al Downing, who was sitting on the bullpen bench. It was Klimchak's second home run of the year. Fastball is low to Klimchak. He hits this one high in the air to shallow right center. Mercer and Woods both moving for it. It's Woods from center under it, and Woods makes the catch. So it's a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing across for the Cleveland Indians, and at the end of 6.5, the score, New York 2 and Cleveland 2.
Listen, and you'll hear opportunity knocking loud and clear. Money you deposit by July 10th in a regular savings account at Schenectady Savings Bank earns dividends from July 1st. The latest dividend is 5% a year, compounded quarterly. And you only need a balance of $5 or more to earn such a high interest rate. Remember, too, your money in Schenectady Savings Bank is always safe and immediately available. No need to give a 90-day notice to make a withdrawal. In fact, you can make deposits or withdrawals at both convenient offices of Schenectady Savings Bank, the one and only in Schenectady. So take advantage of a great opportunity by July 10th. Just open or add to your account now at either office of Schenectady Savings Bank. The main office where Clinton crosses state. The Bellevue Rotterdam office is located at 2525 Broadway. Member, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Well, the fans here at Yankee Stadium enjoying their 7th inning stretch. And as we go to the bottom half of the 7th, it will be Gene Michael to lead it off. Michael walked in the second, opened up the fifth inning with a triple to left field, and later in the inning came in to score the Yankees' second run of the game. It's a 2-2 ball game. Steve Hargan takes his time. Now climbs on the rubber. Here's the pitch to Michael. Low and inside, ball one. Hargan takes his time. Now fires it in. Michael fouls it back into the upper deck. Thursday night of next week, the Yankees will be playing an exhibition game against the Syracuse Chiefs in Syracuse. Game will start at 7 o'clock. 1-1 pitch to Michael. High. Even though they had a disastrous fire at MacArthur Stadium in Syracuse, they have plenty of seats available for the ball game, and it will be played on Thursday night. Starting at 7 o'clock. 2-1 pitch. Inside to Michael, ball three. General manager of the Syracuse Chiefs, good friend Don Labruzzo, wanted me to remind all of our friends up in Syracuse that there are no increase in regular prices for the exhibition game of the Yankees. Michael walks, pitches outside to him. That is the fifth walk given up by Hargan. It brings on Bobby Cox. Chiefs, incidentally, playing a doubleheader against Louisville tomorrow afternoon. So the Yankees are looking forward to that trip to Syracuse on Thursday night. 7 o'clock ball game. Throw to first base. Michael is back. No tag by Horton. Eddie Layton sounds the charge. Cox awaits the pitch. Hargan throws to first. Michael is back. Look over there at first base and see Tony Horton and Gene Michael. Brings back memories of the big scrap they had at first base last year in a similar situation. Michael, the base runner, throwing over there, and tags applied by Horton. A fist started flying. Cox pops one up in a shallow center. Badanell runs out from under his cap, waiting under it now, and he makes the catch. Boxing promoter up in Cleveland has tried to promote a match in the ring between Gene Michael and Tony Horton. Here's Jake Gibbs. He drove in the Yankees' second run with a fly ball to right field. Bill Kane, our statistician, tells me that Gene Michael has reached base in 9 of his last 13 trips to the plate. Soft throw over there by Hargan, no play. Gibbs swings and misses. Strike one. Looked like a high slider. Just about eye high, and Gibbs had a big rip at it. Michael at first, one out. Score tied 2-2. The 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hagen working very deliberately with Michael on base, throws to first, and again Michael is back. Palms down, safe sign given us by umpire Don Denkinger. One pitch coming to Gibbs. Here it is. Hit on the ground to second. Versailles flips it to Brown for 1, back to first for a double play. So the Cleveland Indians have turned over their second double play of the ball game. The Yankees go out with no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 7, the score is New York 2 and Cleveland 2.
Variety is the spice of life. So why not spice up your everyday meals with a change? Start with your dishes. Almost everyone can use a new set of fine china. And now your participating Atlantic dealer makes it easy for you, and for a price you wouldn't believe possible. Right now, at all participating Atlantic stations, you can purchase a 4-piece place setting of Royal Elegance fine china for only 99 cents with each 8 gallons of gasoline. This offer may vary in some states, but this beautiful fine china, imported from across the sea, will never vary in its translucent, delicate beauty. It'll perk up everyday meals and make special meals a little extra special. Each 4-piece plate setting consists of a dinner plate, bread and butter plate, and cup and saucer. Stop in today and take a good look at Royal Elegance. Then charge it on your Atlantic Richfield credit card and take it home.
We go to the 8th inning, and with pitcher Steve Hagen due to lead off, Richie Scheinblum has come out swinging a bat. Scheinblum, a switch hitter, is batting 157. The Indians have been quite high on this youngster for a couple of years. Still waiting for him to develop. He'll bat left-handed against Bonson. Scheinblum, born here in New York City. 26 years old. First pitch to him, he takes a strike. He looks at an outside pitch, and the count is 1-1. In 1967 at Portland, Scheinblum hit 16 home runs and had 64 runs batted in. Ball 2, and the count is 2-1. Last year at Portland, he hit 304. Fouls this one back, and it is just over the press box and into the mezzanine. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Warm, muggy night here at Yankee Stadium. General threat of thunderstorms in the area for most of the day and earlier tonight. Just a heavy haze hanging over us. Two-two pitch to Scheinblum. He fouls it back into the seats just beyond the third base dugout. And right now, let's pause for station identification.
Hi, Terry Lester here. Kick those late afternoon blues. Keep happy from 3 to 7 p.m. weekdays on WGY Schenectady, Radio 81.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Richie Scheinblum. Batting for Steve Hargan. Bonson's next pitch. Curve is laced out into left field, down into the corner. It is a fair ball and bounces into the seats for a 2-bagger. Richie Scheinblum is on as a pinch hitter for Hargan. Base hit number 7 for the Indians. Nobody out, and Jose Cardinal stepping in. Jerry Kenny at the mound talking to the pitcher, Stan Bonson, regarding a possible bunt for the left side. Cardinal is 0 for 3. Popped up twice and grounded out to Kenny at third. We'll see now if Alvin Dark has Cardinal bunting, whether he'll try to hit the ball to the right side to move the runner up, or whether he'll hit away. The set by Bonson and the pitch. It's low. A fastball, ball 1, and no indication of anything given by Cardinal. The next pitch to him. He bluffed a bunt, took a strike. Cardinal perhaps a little upset with himself as he tipped off the bunt that time and did not offer for the pitch. The count is 1-1. Bonson deals again. He swings and fouls it back. Took a full cut that time, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yankees 2 and the Indians 2. Yankees have 3 hits. The Indians have 7. Bonson starts his move. Deals the plate. Curveball is not foul down the first baseline. Count holds 1-2 on Cardinal. Larry Brown, who has gone 2 for 3, is on deck. Duke Sims, who is also 2 for 3, is in the hole. Scheinblum at second. The pitch hit on the ground to the first base side. Pepitone makes the play unassisted. Cardinal is out, and Scheinblum moves to third. So the Indians have the tie-breaking run at third with 1 out, and the batter is Larry Brown. The Yankees will probably play the infield in tight. We'll see. Jake Gibbs walking out halfway to the mound to talk to Bonson. Behind Larry Brown comes the left-hand hitting Duke Sims. Brown is 4 for 10 in this series. He has been red hot against the Yankees this year. It's hard to believe when he told me he'd lost 50 points off his batting average during the month of June. The windup and the pitch to him. Gibbs calls for a pitch out, moved outside to take it. No action from Scheinblum at third. 1 ball and no strikes. Larry Brown hitting .299 going into the month of June. He's now hitting .249. Infield tight. The windup and the pitch. High, ball 2. Third, 1 out, 2-2 game, 8th inning. Full windup by Bonson, 2-0 pitch to Larry Brown. He takes low for ball 3. There's action in the Yankee bullpen. We can see bullpen coach Jim Hegan warming somebody up. 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Brown takes it for a strike. 3-1. I see Hamilton, Johnson, and Aker on the bench. Downing probably warming up. 3-1 pitch. Foul back and out of play. So the count is full 3-2 on Larry Brown. This is the stage where a pitcher tries to reach back for that little something extra. Bonson needs a strikeout here. Or a ground ball at one of the infielders to hold the runner at third. Bonson into the windup. And here comes the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Michael holds the runner at third, throws to first, and that's all for Brown. Steinblum forced a hold on as that ball was sharply hit right at Gene Michael. And now with the left hand hitting Duke Sims coming up, Ralph Houck strolls to the mound. There are two away. Sims has 2 hits off Bonson in 3 trips tonight. Following Sims is the right-hand hitter Tony Horton. Houck has parting words with Bonson and Jake Gibbs and now starts back to the dugout. And we'll see what we will see. Will they pitch to Sims? Will they put him on and pitch to Horton? They're going to pitch to Horton. Sims will be walked. Sims will be intentionally walked, and they will take their chances with the right-hand hitter, Tony Horton. Ball 1. Ball 2. Throws a ball, but he had touched his lips for ball 3. So he throws ball 4 now, and Sims is intentionally walked. It brings up Tony Horton, the first baseman. Horton is 0 for 3, grounded out to third, struck out, and grounded out to second. With 2 outs, runners at the corners, the infield is back. Bouncing foul off the third base side. Bullpen stays loose. No balls and a strike. Bonson deals again, and he's low outside with this one to even the count 1-1. Hey, the message board informs us that tomorrow will be Senior Citizens Day here at Yankee Stadium, a 2 o'clock ball game against the Cleveland Indians. Well, I'm glad I picked that up and can pass the word along to our senior citizens. Tomorrow is your day here at the stadium. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Curve is hit on the ground, into left field, base hit. Steinblum scores, and the Indians go ahead 3-2. That is Horton's second run batted in the ball game, and his 60th of the year. And Cleveland leads 3-2. Base hit number 8 for the Indians. There was a case of Bunsen inducing Horton to hit the ball on the ground, but it bounced through between Michael and Kenny on the left side. Now Hawk Harrelson with runners at first and second hits a ground ball to Michael. He has this one, flips it to Cox at second. They force Horton and the side is retired. But Cleveland has got in front with 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men are left. At the end of 7 1/2, the score is Cleveland 3 and New York 2.
It happens every day in tens of thousands of homes every morning. People get up, get into their cars, and drive to work. Some of them stop and fill up with Atlantic Imperial gasoline, which isn't a bad idea, because sooner or later, somewhere on your way to work, you're going to run into heavy, sluggish traffic. You're going to get involved in today's typical stop-and-go traffic. And now that Atlantic stop is really going to pay off. Oh, sure, Atlantic Imperial is just great for open highway driving. It's blended to give you all the power you need for a smooth, clean ride. But when you run into traffic, your engine wasn't designed to perform best at slow speeds. Lucky for you, Imperial was. It's made to combust cleanly and completely, even when you're inching along. You see, Atlantic Imperial pays off for you at any speed, from 0 to 60. Atlantic Imperial is just your speed. Atlantic Imperial, a product of Atlantic Richfield Company.
Left-hander Mike Paul comes on to pitch now for the Cleveland Indians. Cleveland leading 3-2. Steve Hargan would gain the win if the Indians maintain the lead. Hargan went 8 innings, gave up 2 runs, 3 hits. He walked 5 and he struck out 5. Check, I said 8 innings. He went 7 innings. I beg your pardon. Max Alvis has also come into the ball game to play third base. Alvis will bat in the number 8 spot, vacated by Klimchuk. And Mike Paul, the new pitcher, will bat in the number 9 spot for Cleveland. Mike Paul is making his 24th appearance. He has a record of 1 win and 7 losses. Bill Robinson has come out on deck to bat for the pitcher, Stan Bunsen. Paul with a record of 1 win and 7 losses, no saves, and an earned run average of 3.81. Bill Robinson hitting 181. Left-hander Paul's first pitch, fouled back to the seats on the first base side, strike 1. Paul has a record of 1 win and 1 loss against the Yankees, so his 1 victory this year has been against New York. He delivers. Robinson swings and misses on a fastball, strike 2. Paul picked up a 6-2 win in a ball game here at the stadium on May 1st. He started against the Yankees in the recent series at Cleveland and lost 6-3. Robinson pops it up. First base side of the infield. Tony Horton, 1 hands it out of the sky. 1 down. Tom Chopay due to bat, but Billy Cowan will come out and hit for him. Billy Cowan is hitting 178. You might recall that the last time Billy Cowan batted against Mike Paul, he hit a 2-run homer in Cleveland, which was the deciding blow in a ball game last Sunday afternoon. It was Cowan's homer that put the Yankees out in front to stay in the ball game, and he hit it off Mike Paul. So we'll see if lightning strikes twice. Cowan is the only Yankee pinch hitter with a home run this year. Pinch hitters are hitting 111 with one homer and 13 runs batted in. Cowan takes inside, ball one. Cowan is 3 for 16 in pinch hitting roles. He bounces this one deep in the hole. It's short. Long throw for Brown. He's got him in a close play. A fine throw by Larry Brown from deep in the hole at shortstop. Give credit where it is due. Larry Brown made a good play on that one to throw out Cowan. Two down, and Jerry Kenny steps in 0 for 2. Kenny takes the fastball inside at the knees, ball one. Mercer is on deck. Wind up at the 1-0 pitch. Blown outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Jerry Kenny. Kenny knocked in a run in the 4th inning with a sacrifice fly. Cleveland leads 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Ball's pitch, low, ball 3. Both Yankee runs have been driven in by sacrifice flies. Kenny in the 4th inning delivering Chopin, who had tripled, and Gibbs in the 5th inning delivering Gene Michael, who had tripled. 3-0 pitch to Kenny. Ball, no, it is strike one, 3-1. One pitch. Foul to the mezzanine level on the third base side. Full count 3-2 on Jerry Kenny. Mike Paul into the windup. Kicks and delivers. And Kenny fouls another one back, this one just in front of the press box. Payoff pitch again. Low and away, and Kenny walks. Ball 4. First walk given up by Paul, and the 6th by Cleveland pitching. Bobby Mercer will step in now with Kenny at first and 2 down. Mercer is 1 for 3. He had a double to right center in the 4th inning. Paul working off the stretch. Delivers outside with a breaking pitch. Ball 1. Getting pretty good lead at first with Horton trying to hold him on. Mercer steps out. Time is called by Marty Springstead at the plate. Now we're ready for action again as Paul starts the motion, looks at Kenny, delivers to Mercer, fast and low, ball 2. Infield and outfield shifted well around to the right side against Mercer. The second baseman, Versailles, plays him back at the edge of the grass. just about midway between first and second. 2-0 pitch. He pops it up, foul on the third base side. Alvis may have a play in front of the dugout. He is under it and makes the catch to retire the side. Well, the Yankees do not score in the eighth. No runs, no hits. There were no errors, a walk and a man left. And at the end of 8 full innings, the score, Cleveland 3 and New York 2.
With all the hoopla about Saratoga Vichy, Saratoga Ginger Ale does tend to get upstaged, which is a pity, because in its own mellow, unassuming way, Saratoga Ginger Ale is quite as distinctive a product as its better-known sister, or brother, if you prefer. It's a richer, more flavorful ginger ale than all of its assembly line competitors. The reason is, I'm told, that the Saratoga people insist on only purest Jamaica ginger. In any case, you can see a subtle difference in the color, which is a proud, sunshiny gold, rather than an off-white or some murky amber. Why, in this era of play-safe, please-everybody products, do the Saratoga people make a ginger ale that's different? Well, when you're known for a product like Saratoga Vichy, it would hardly do to make a ginger ale like everybody else's.
Set for bat day, the second bat day here on Sunday, July 20th against Washington, a free Little League approved bat for every youngster, boy and girl, 14 and under, accompanied by an adult. Bill Robinson has got into play left field, and Steve Hamilton comes on to pitch for the Yankees as we go to the 9th inning. Cat Peterson comes out swinging a bat for the Cleveland Indians, and Peterson will bat for Russ Snyder. Stan Bonson went 8 innings. Gave up 3 runs all earned on 8 base hits. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Cap Peterson is hitting .270. 1 home run and 9 runs batted in. Steve Hamilton coming into his 24th ball game in relief with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 saves, and an earned run average of 3.11. Peterson, a right-hand batter, bats out of a closed stance. Peterson winds and deals, and he's got a strike with a fastball. The next pitch to Peterson, foul back. It will be into the crowd on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Takes his time. Now the windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lined over the head of Bobby Cox off the fingertips of his gloved hand and on into right field for a base hit. So Cap Peterson drills a 0-2 pitch on the line to right. Base hit number 9 for Cleveland. The batter will be Zoyo Versailles, the second baseman. Hamilton wants another baseball, and we'll get one. Versailles lines it out into left. Base hit, played on 1 hop by Bill Robinson. So back-to-back singles here, and the Indians have another threat going. bring up Max Aldis. Hamilton pitched one inning in yesterday's second ball game. Gave up one hit, 2 walks, and had 2 strikeouts. He delivers to Max Aldis, low and inside. Aldis, a right-hand batter, up for his first time in this ball game, showing a batting average of .231. Aldis steps out, looks down at George Strickland, the third base coach. Peterson at second, Versailles at first. Ball 2 misses the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitcher, Mike Paul, is on deck. Next pitch, taken low and inside for ball 3. Sets, kicks, and delivers. Strike called, and it's 3-1. Hamilton fires again. Aldis lines it deep to left field. It may jump into the seats, and it does. On one bounce, a ground rule double, which will score only 1 run. Cap Peterson scores from second. On the ground rule double, Versailles is flagged down at third. And Max Aldis has himself a 2-base hit and a run batted in. And now Cleveland leads 4-2. Aldis, his 15th RBI. It brings up the pitcher, Mike Paul, with runners at second and third, the infield drawn in, and still nobody out. Hamilton greeted rather roughly. 3 consecutive hits, singles by Peterson and Versailles, and a ground rule double, well hit by Max Aldis. Full wind-up, and the pitch to Paul. Swung on him, this strike 1. Paul is a left-hand batter. He's been up 11 times this year without a base hit. Bounces this one foul to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Jose Cardinal. Hamilton takes the sign. The wind-up, and here's the pitch. Foul back and into the upper deck on the third base side. Pitch coming. Paul bounces another foul. This one to the right side. Hamilton pumps and fires. Low and away. Ball and 2 strikes. Cleveland leading 4-2. And the 1-2 pitch to Mike Paul. Foul back again. And right now, in New York Yankee baseball, we pause for station identification.
Hi, I'm Bill Edwardson. I'm the bird that wakes up the early birds. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's a real eye-opener on WGY Radio 81 Schenectady.
Pitch to Paul, hit on the ground to Bobby Cox. And now they have a runner hung up between second and third. Cox running right over to third base. He slaps the tag on both Peterson and Versailles. Rather, he slapped the tag on both Albus and Versailles, and it is Albus who is out. He was breaking for third, but Versailles on third did not come home. So Albus is out. Cox unassisted. The second baseman racing across the diamond to make the play by himself. Mike Paul reaches on the fielder's choice. The batter will be Jose Cardinal with one away and runners at the corners. Cardinal, right-hand batter, the infield back at double play depth. The set, and here's the pitch. A bit high for ball one. Gibbs had a little conference with Steve Hamilton. Now comes back. Hamilton's 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Down the first baseline foul. Gibbs is after it. He's under it. And Gibbs makes the catch. So Cardinal fouls out and there are two away. It will bring up Larry Brown, who is 2 for 4 in this game and 4 for 11 in the series. Brown, right-hand hitter, singled in the first inning, also singled in the sixth, and scored a run. The Indians leading 4-2. Versailles at third, and Mike Paul, the pitcher, at first. Hamilton delivers. Low gets away from Gibbs, but he blocks it just to his left, and no chance for the runners to move up. Set by Hamilton, the pitch. Bounced foul down the right side, knocked down by Johnny LaPalme, the first base coach. Senators and the Red Sox are in the ninth inning. Boston leading 11-4. The pitch. Bounced foul to the third base side, and it skips up into the hands of one of the box seat patrons. Well, a little bonus down there for one of the fans. A box seat bonus, we call it. You pay a little more, but sometimes you get a little more. One-two pitch now to Larry Brown. Low and inside. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Final score, Boston 11 runs, 11 hits. Washington 4 runs, 6 hits. Winning pitcher is Sonny Siebert. The loser, Jim Schellenbach. Two pitch coming. Brown takes low, ball 3 and a full count. So Mike Paul will be running. Boston winning the nightcap gives them a split with Washington for the doubleheader. Senators took the first game 6-2. Afternoon night twin bill at Boston. 3-2 pitch coming. Paul goes. Brown fouls it back. Here, the Indians have 4 runs on 11 hits. The Yankees 2 runs on 3 hits. The 3 Yankee hits, a pair of triples, and a double. Again, the 3-2 pitch to Larry Brown. He bunts it to the left side. Hamilton spins, throws him out at first base, and the side is retired. Larry Brown bunting to the third base side of the mound, and he is thrown out by a step and a half by Steve Hamilton to retire the side. The Indians score 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left. And at the end of 8.5 innings, the score is now Cleveland 4 and the New York Yankees 2.
The Pepsi White Star will shine bright for charity all summer. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Team, and Mountain Dew caps are worth 1/3 cent each at your local Pepsi-Cola bottler. Most groups take a summer hiatus, but now with White Star, no meetings are necessary. Just redeem the caps and earn money for your favorite charity of nonprofit venture all summer. Just be sure your group is registered. Then the hotter it gets, the more Pepsi you drink, and the more money you make for charity. Find out who your friends are. Ask them to save Pepsi caps for you, too.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Anytime the thirst takes hold, Pepsi pours it on. Pepsi's got that special taste created for the cold. The cold turns on that Pepsi Pride. Makes Pepsi Cola number 1. Taste that beats the others cold.
Chuck Hinton has got into play left field now for the Cleveland Indians as we go to the bottom half of the ninth. Joe Pepitone will lead off for the Yankees, to be followed by Ron Woods and Gene Michael. So Hinton in left field after Snyder left the ball game for the pinch hitting efforts of Cap Peterson, and that was a good move by Alvin Dark because Peterson led off the 9th inning with a single and later scored from second on Max Alva's ground rule double. Is flying out to right field in his only official at bat tonight. In the 4th he walked, and in the 6th he walked. First pitch to Pepitone. He drags the bunt. Charging the second baseman. Versailles cannot make the play, and Pepitone is on with a bunt single. Beautiful drag bunt to the right side, past the mound. Versailles charged it, tried to barehand it, could not take it out. He would not have had a play anyway, and Pepitone leads it off with a single. The Yankees first hit off ball, and they're 4th in the ball game. The batter will be Ron Woods. Woods is 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded into a double play. Base hit was more than make up for the other 3 trips. He takes low, ball 1. Mike Paul working from the stretch. Checks Pepitone. Kicks and deals. The Woods fouls it back. It will come down on the upper deck. One ball and 1 strike. Outfield is spread out against Woods. Infield backed off on the left side, halfway on the right side, the second baseman Versailles. Woods pulls a curve into the upper deck, foul on the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Against Pepitone. Ball set. The 1-2 pitch. Woods pops it foul on the first base side, and this will be in the seats. Yankees trying to excite a date night and ladies' night crowd here at the stadium with a comeback in the ninth. At Pepitone on. Ball's pitch to Ron Woods. Low. Blocked by Duke Sims, the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball ready to work again. 2-2 pitch. Woods fouls it back, and it sticks in the screen behind the plate. Set by Paul, the 2-2 pitch. Woods pops this one up on the shortstop side of the infield. Larry Brown backpedaling, waiting under it, 1 out. And now Gene Michael, who has walked twice and tripled. Michael will swing around now and bat right-handed against the southpaw, Mike Paul. Pitch to Michael. He takes it high for a ball. One on, one gone. Pepitone short lead at first. No need to take a chance there. The pitch swung on and missed by Michael. Ball on a strike. Mike Paul takes a little breather for himself. Looks back toward the outfield. Now toes on. Ready to work. 1-1 pitch. Line foul into the seats. Down the third base side. His back on the plate as he digs some dirt out of his cleats. Now climbs up on top of the mound and looks down for his sign. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael. The set by the left-hander, and here comes the pitch. It is low, and the count is even 2-2. The on-deck hitter is Bobby Cox. Pepitone at first, 1 out, and Cleveland leading 4-2. 2-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Fast and low ball, 3 and a full count. The payoff pitch coming to Gene Michael. Nope, throw to first base. Pepitone just a step off the bag, moves back ahead of the throw. Pitch. Swung on and missed, strike three. A big strikeout for Mike Paul, his first in the ball game. And now Bobby Cox is the last chance for the Yankees in this game, unless he keeps it alive. Cox is 0 for 2, grounded to third, walked and flied to center. Stretch by Paul. And the pitch. Fastball is in for a called strike. Jake Gibbs is out on deck. The 0-1 delivery. Low and inside for a ball and a strike to Bobby Cox. Cleveland ahead 4-2 in the game with Pepitone at first, now 2 outs. One pitch. Popped up on the first base side. Horton may have a play. Over near the seats he comes. Now he reaches back and he makes the catch. So the side is retired and the ball game is over. The Cleveland Indians have won it by a score of 4-2. The Yankees in the ninth get no runs. 1 hit, there were no errors, and a man left. And the totals in the ball game for Cleveland: 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Yankees 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Steve Hargan. He wins his second of the year against 6 losses. And the losing pitcher is Stan Bonson. His record is 4 wins and 10 defeats. Seesaw game. Yankees scored first in the 4th inning. Cleveland tied it in the 5th. The Yankees went ahead 2-1 in the bottom half of the 5th. Cleveland tied it 2-2 in the 6th. The Indians went ahead 3-2 in the 8th and scored an insurance run in the 9th. Tony Horton batted in 2 of the 4 Cleveland runs. Lou Klimchak and Max Alvis had the other 2 runs batted in. The Yankees limited to 4 base hits. A triple by Tom Chopay, a triple by Gene Michael, a double by Bobby Mercer, and a bunt single by Joe Pepitone. Jerry Kenny and Jake Gibbs batted in the 2 Yankee runs with sacrifice flies. The current homestand for the Yankees will wind up with a single game here at the stadium at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, with Mel Stottlemyre pitching for New York and Sudden Sam McDowell, fireballing left-hander, going for the Cleveland Indians. Once again, the final score, Cleveland 4 and New York 2. And now this is Frank Messer speaking for Phil Rizzuto and Jerry Coleman, for Bill Kane and Sandy Alper, saying goodbye from Yankee Stadium in New York.
This Yankee baseball broadcast has been brought to you by Atlantic Richfield Company and your local Atlantic dealer. Drive in where you see the Red Ball sign, the sign of service. Fill up with Atlantic Imperial and keep on the go. And by Fields Real Draft, the beer that won the 1969 Taste Test. This is the Home of Champions Network.